Hello, today we're going to be talking about spirituality and what it means to be spiritual. Now, spirituality is a highly personal thing, so it differs from people to people because in its essence it's about an inner exploration of the self. So in that it can mean different things to different people. But what it really is about questioning the self and finding your true identity about who you really are. It's that inner exploration of your life's purpose. Spirituality is often confused with religion, but it's not really the same thing. Some people who are spiritual are also religious and vice versa, but they're not one and the same and they're not really interchangeable because spirituality is all about that self-exploration. Whereas religion is more about following a certain set of practices or rules, I guess, or guidelines and beliefs of that system. Is about following the word of God type thing. And although there is contact with the divine in spirituality, that doesn't necessarily mean God. For some people that is God, but sometimes contact with the divine is about a connection with nature. Sometimes it's about a connection with your higher self and the purest, best form of you. Spirituality is more about the individual practice, about having a sense of peace and of purpose within yourself. Being spiritual isn't necessarily about practicing yoga every day, meditating every day, although some people do those things. It's not a requirement to be spiritual, and you can be spiritual without practicing yoga and without meditating. And likewise, you can practice yoga and meditate and not have any spirituality within you at all. It's more about how you live and how you treat other people as well. It's about having this compassion for other people, for the planet, for animals, for wildlife, of having empathy for those of us around, for those people around us, and recognizing the interconnectedness of us and nature and us and other people and us and life, and just honoring that oneness and that connection with everything around us. So in essence, it's all about, appreciating the world around you and being in the moment and just recognizing that we are here now and appreciating the world around us now and not worrying about the future or the past, or just recognizing that we exist here and now and honoring that connection and that present moment. Likewise, spirituality also goes against dogma. It really is all about that skepticism about the world around us. So it's not about blindly believing something just because someone said it so, or not believing something, or not having to follow through something just because the system says it's right, or that it's really about that individual journey and the discovery of who you are and the discovery of the world around us and what makes sense and what doesn't make sense. So it really is that opposition to dogmatism. And the essence of being open-minded and not necessarily taking information or any facts because immediately believing information you've been presented with. Is about taking that and then thinking about it's not about blindly believing things that may or may not be true. It's really about taking that skepticism and looking further into it, and also looking further into yourself. So in its purest, truest form, spirituality is about being in alignment with who you truly are and who you are supposed to be and how you fit into the world and around you. And it's about finding that peace and that comfort of being who you truly are. There's a strong link between spirituality and strong emotional well-being, because in that exploration of yourself, you come to find who you truly are and who you're supposed to be, and you get that sense of contentment and that sense of gratitude and meaning and purpose for who you are and how you live your life and how you fit into the world, which can obviously have to contribute to a better emotional state, because you have that sense of meaning and purpose about who you are. So it's about that freedom and that individuality of being who you are and not having to follow a certain set of beliefs or rules or how to live, on how you're supposed to live your life. In that, he said daily practice of being kind to yourself as you figure yourself out, and being kind to others as they figure themselves out, and just having that compassion and kindness for everyone through their journey and the world around you, so that you can help others and express gratitude for who we are now and our journeys through life. There's a lot of stigma when it comes to spirituality, because there's this that people, it's not really something that people can easily understand, and because of that, it puts a lot of people off starting their own spiritual journey, because we're not really sure like what it is or what it's supposed to be. And so even though it's all about finding out who you are and that sense of individuality, it's not something that has to be your whole life's purpose. It's not something that has to be your entire identity, and indeed shouldn't really be your entire identity. It's just about figuring out who you are and what your identity is. Different people get into spirituality and find their own spiritual journey for different reasons. Some people, they've been through a traumatic life event, or some people just are trying to figure out who they are and where they fit into life. So it's the reason why people get into spirituality, and indeed everyone's individual spiritual journey is completely different, which is why it's all about that sense of individuality, and that it's not necessarily about certain followers or doing beliefs. It's not about, you know, having chakra tattoos or, you know, meditating every day or having a Buddha statue in your room. It's not about that. It's about, you know, what it means for you, about what it means to you to be individual and to be spiritual and who you are in this world. How can we be more spiritual? Is we can, you know, just take the time to be present in the moment and to slow down and to notice the world around us, to help us find peace in the world and within ourselves, and finding those connections with the world around us and with other people to just help us figure out who we are and life, just figuring out life as well. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that helps you understand a bit more about spirituality and how it can help you on your own spiritual journey. Please subscribe and comment below if there's anything you'd like to see on this channel.